What are you saying, people? As you can hear, the cold's been trying to take your boy out, but we still have to talk football. Arsenal versus West Ham preview. Yeah, this is a really, it's a crucial game. Obviously, not crucial because of the opposition. It's crucial because of the momentum shift. It's so funny, all this football narratives are so hilarious. Like, I think nowadays people operate on extremes. No one ever wants to actually be sober and actually look at things from a normal point of view. And what do I mean by a normal point of view? I just simply mean looking at things in the grand scheme of things instead of just like by one game. Like when we lost to Liverpool and then we drew to City, people were like, oh, title might be done. Title this, title that. Liverpool, blah, blah, blah. They're only going to click. They're only going to get better. But, bro, a lot can change. Football, man. A lot can change in a week. And if there's one lesson we can learn from PSG last season, is that a team looks very, very different at different stages of the season. I don't want to get all philosophical, but it aids why I'm saying this is such a big game. And it's funny, one of my friends was like, yeah, it feels like every game for Arsenal is a cup final. Sadly, it is, kind of. It really is. Yeah, it's early on in the season, but at the same time, yeah, even though it's early on in the season, we still got to lay a marker down. We've got to lay a marker down. Why? Because there's pressure on us, man. There's pressure. We got to deliver. We've spent the money, we've brought in the players, we've built the squad. There is pressure. You know, the fans are hungry. Everyone is waiting. Can we do it? I believe we can. Anywho, yeah, why is this West Ham game big? Because it's like, okay, like, these next couple of weeks, we don't leave London. We don't leave London. It's the first of, I would say, kind of fixtures. Then Liverpool away, United away, though they're rubbed. Newcastle away, City at home. Forest at home. Obviously, Ange Ball. Don't know how long he'll last. So it's a big game, you know. This is now. Why is it a big game? Because we lost to West Ham at home last season. West Ham at home last season is exactly the type of game that cost us the league. These smaller teams who come, low block, mid block, allow us to play side-to-side football, counter on us, and then get that goal out of nowhere, and then just stay resolute. That's why the Newcastle win was massive, because it was like, a team tried to do that again, and it didn't work. It really didn't work. We just had too much for them. With Skelly on the pitch, Ødegaard on the pitch, Eze on the pitch, Saka on the pitch. There was just Martinelli on the pitch. There was just too much. So it's a big game. It's a huge game. You know, like, especially an opportunity to put some pressure on Liverpool. Liverpool, who are not having a great moment at this point in time. And it was so interesting how the narratives change. Now all of a sudden people are saying, whoa, Arsenal. I still think Liverpool are the favourites. I still do. They're the champions. Everything that's happening to them is perfectly normal. Like, are we forgetting that last week was their first loss this season? Yeah, they've not been playing well, but that was their first loss in the league. This is a team that's beaten. Yeah, this is a team that had a perfect start to the season. They've had back-to-back losses, but it's normal. It's normal, man. They're still top. Despite all of that, they're still top by 2 points. So I'm not going to get carried away with where we're at. I think we just need to focus on ourselves, get the result, do what we need to do. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. You know, I didn't really want to do a video on Olympia. I couldn't really, because I was not feeling the best. But I didn't really want to talk too much on Olympiacos. I knew we'd win that. I was just curious to see who he'd play. It was nice to see the team heavily rotated. White came in, Lewis Skelly came in, Saliba came out, Mosquera came in, Marino came in, Erdegaard came in for the start. Trossard, Martinelli, no, Trossard, sorry, not Trossard, Gyökeres, Trossard, and Martinelli. Sorry, guys, cooked. So yeah, it was nice to see that. It's interesting. Erdegaard starting to sizzle. He's starting to sizzle, and that's the thing about Martin. Like the thing about him is that when the conditions are right, he's a great player. That's not what's in question. I think I like, yeah, I kind of like to see him kind of like shutting up the likes of Tony Adams and stuff, saying, oh, yeah, strip him of the captaincy and blah, 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 blah. To be honest, I definitely believe that Declan Rice or Gabriel should be our captain, not Erdegaard. But obviously, Erdegaard's the captain. The players voted, supposedly according to Arteta, and he's the overwhelming favourite, so it is what it is. Anywho, it was interesting that Olympiacos game because, yeah, people are saying, oh, yeah, they had some chances. Yeah, Ryan made some good saves, but we should have battered them. Should have absolutely smoked them. We missed a lot of chances. On another day, we scored them. It is what it is. So we're looking good ahead of West Ham. I personally think in terms of the team that he's going to play, the only debate is left back, the midfield composition, because I think who's going to start essentially picks itself. Gyökeres will start. I personally think he's going to score against West Ham. I've been really impressed with Gyökeres. I've been really impressed with him, and I really was impressed with his performances against Newcastle. I think he did everything but a goal. Same. He's had similar performances, Newcastle and Olympiacos. The guy did literally everything but a goal. Opens up space. Look how direct we're able to go now because of him. Look at the speed at which we're able to actually attack teams because of him, because of Gyökeres, man. Like the guy, even the goal that Martinelli scores against, the goal Martinelli scores against Olympiacos, that's for Gyökeres. For me, I've been very pleased with his performances. I'm not worried. He's going to score the goals. And I reckon he'll score against West Ham. He's going to start. You just got to stay fit. Saka will probably start on the right. Build some minutes, get some fitness going. He'll start. Or on the left is tricky. You're going to start Martinelli, who's been in form. Do you play Eze there? Personally, for me, I'd like to see Eze play there. I'd like to see Eze play on the left because I feel like I know, especially Nuno, you know what West Ham are going to do. So I want as much technicians on the pitch. Like what got us, even though we ended up scoring from set pieces or crosses and stuff, what put pressure on Newcastle was just sheer offensive power. Like, okay, cool. Once Erdegaard came on the pitch, just slicing them open for fun. Okay, now I have to do with Erdegaard, as well as Eze, as well as Saka, as well as these guys. Right, so I think that's what we need against West Ham at home. I think it's interesting. I think he should play Eze there, and as a left winger that comes inside a lot and interchanges. I think it really helps. Erdegaard will probably start. He looks good. And then Rice and Zubimendi, I expect both to start. But my question is, can Arteta be more adventurous? Can he start Eze and Erdegaard as the 8s with Rice as the sitting 6? Can he do that? I think he can. Or Zubimendi there. I think Rice is more suited to be the type of 6 that does that more than Zubimendi would. If you're playing 2 attacking players like Eze. And let's see. Can he do that? I doubt he will do that. He's most likely going to play Zubimendi, Rice, and Erdegaard. Probably Eze on the left, Gyökeres up front, Saka on the right. Timber will start. I've been telling you this since last season. I saw Fuad's video on FCM. I've been saying it. I've been saying it from last season. When are we going to give Urian Timber his flowers? He is the best right back in the league. Been saying it. He's better than Ben White, which is no mean feat because Ben White is a good player. He just needs to get his fitness up. Gabriel and Saliba will start. And then Lewis Skelly. He had a great game against Olympiacos, in my opinion. He would have had an assist if Martinelli just puts it away. And he looked good coming on against Newcastle as well. So, boy, but Calafiori's playing well. And the reason, I guess, Skelly's not really doing anything wrong. It's just that Calafiori gives you that option to go a lot more direct, quicker. You know, and he's quite chaotic in the positions he takes. So let's see. It's interesting, but we need to beat West Ham. We need to beat this team. London derby, some personal pride as well because they've beaten us at our ground. Obviously, we smashed them at their ground last season, but man, those defeats at our ground, they hurt, man. I think they've beaten us back to back at our ground in the league. They beat us, I think, 2-0. Yeah, they beat us 2-0 at our ground. Mavropanos scored, I remember that, 2 seasons ago. And they beat us 1-0 at our ground. They're just that type of team that when it comes to the Emirates, they just somehow they jam me a win. And who better to try and come do that than Nuno? So it's not going to be an easy game. I expect them to turn into all of a sudden an organised team. I think we just got to hurt them when we know we can hurt them. Set pieces, I don't mind. I'm happy to score them. And also as well, we need to talk about Declan Rice. Let's talk about Rice. Let's talk about the facts about Declan Rice. Bruh, this guy is the best central midfielder in the league. That Newcastle performance was by far his best performance. It's the type of performance I've been asking for because I know he's got it. And I still don't even think that was his best. I thought that was a great performance, but not his best. Most touches against Newcastle. Most completed passes. Most passes into the final third. Most line-breaking passes for Arsenal player. Most crosses, most carries, most distance covered by any. The guy is a complete midfielder. Complete midfielder. So Vieira-esque. He did everything. It's no coincidence that our best half of football was Declan Rice's best game. It's no coincidence, right? And I think obviously once Newcastle scored that goal, it kind of we got rattled. And when we didn't get the penalty decision, we got rattled and all that sort of stuff. But man, what a player. Did all of that stuff going forward, but counter killer. And of course he got the assist from Marino, but counter attack killer. Look at what he did against Murphy. Harvey Barnes. The guy is just such a top player. Such a class player. It's interesting. People talk about Gravenberch and Caicedo. None of these guys are better than Rice. In my opinion, they're not better. Gravenberch looks nicer, you know, probably technical ability. Yeah, you'd argue to say dribbling, blah, blah, blah. But there's nothing he does that Rice can't do. Rice can ping a ball. Rice can fizz a ball in the final third. He punches passes through the lines. He's a set piece threat. He can drive. He can dribble. Yeah, I think dribbling probably you'd say maybe Gravenberch is better, but only just. Deckers can dribble, right? Shooting, that's Rice. The only thing I actually want to see from Rice, I would love a goal from him, is just the final action. Because there are a couple moments against Newcastle where he drives with the ball. And for me, when he drives, there's something he does. He drives. And it's kind of like he's veering to the left a bit so he can wait for the left winger to run ahead of him and then play it. But he doesn't need to do that. For me, I'm thinking, bro, you're driving, come inside. Come inside to the right and slap it. You've got the ball striking technique. Do it, bro. Do it. He looks up to Yaya Toure. I think Declan Rice can be like a Yaya. Obviously, at times, Yaya was playing as like a 10 behind the striker and stuff. So obviously, I'm not saying that's what Rice should do. He's not a 10. But just that ability to power through midfield and dominate. Rice has got that in him. For me, he's the best central mid, you know, and I think he gets some stick from West Ham fans. He needs to like show them, yo, like I'm that guy. You can't, like I got you. I helped you get your only trophy that you're gloating about for how many years. and I'm a legend. He needs to show that. So I'm curious to see what his performance will be. I'm curious to see what Arteta does. But West Ham will not be an easy game. If you ask me for a score prediction right now, I would say I see us winning that game 2-0, 2 or 3-0. I want to keep a clean sheet. Bowen is a tricky player, man. He finds a way to do well against us, so we got to keep him quiet. Calafiori won't have an easy game. Let's see. We need to be beating them. We need to be beating them. So yeah, I reckon we'll probably win that 2-0 or 3-0. Let's hope. We just got to stay humble now. Forget about Newcastle. It's on to the next. Let's get this W against West Ham. This is a big game, 3 p.m. kickoff. Let's get it done. Put that pressure on Liverpool ahead of the Chelsea match. Yeah, and hopefully Gyökeres scores some goals. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Things are looking good. Anyways, guys, take care. Thanks for listening. See ya.